There are places you walk through and you feel completely at ease. You don't question it and you don't even think about it. And you just walk slowly, comfortably, and almost without any efforts. And then there are other places where nothing has happened or nothing looks obviously wrong, but something feels off. And you start walking faster, you look around, and you start to become more aware of the surrounding. And you don't really know why. That feeling isn't random, it's instinct. And long before architecture or even cities, humans relied on their surroundings to survive. And we learned to read spaces, to notice movements, to recognize patterns that meant danger or safety. And even today, your brain is constantly scanning the environment around you and quietly asking one question: am I safe here? And most of the time, architecture is answering that question for you. So how we read space? Basically, we don't experience spaces objectively. We interpret it. And we're always looking for clarity, looking for cues to help us understand the environment around us and understand where we are and what might happen next. In his book, The Image of the City, Kevin Lynch explains how people forms mental maps of their environment from elements like paths, edges, and landmarks. And when these elements are clear, we feel oriented. And when we feel oriented, we feel in control. And basically, when we feel in control, we feel safe. Safe places share certain qualities, and I've put them in 4 points. First, they're visible. Basically, you can see where you're going and what's going on around you. Second, they're active, where there are people nearby sitting, talking, walking, shopping, and interacting. And usually these spaces are human in scale and not really overwhelming. And this point is closely associated with Jane Jacobs, who described the importance of eyes on the street. So you feel safe not because security cameras or surveillance or control, but because of presence. And usually when people are part of the space actually feels much safer because you're not alone in it, not because there are security cameras. Third, the light. Light is a very important element as well. The natural light introduces uncertainty, and the people feel much safer in the daylight as well. And the fourth element, the material. Warm textures like stone, brick, wood feel more natural, feel more grounded and more familiar to people, and usually make them feel more comfortable being around these kind of materials. But when those elements are removed, the feeling will change. When there's a long blank wall, or the space is abandoned, or there's no activity in that space, and in some places where you can't see what's ahead or what might be around a corner, and what would happen that your understanding of the space becomes unclear. And when clarity disappears, your brain will fill the gaps with uncertainty. And then you start becoming more alert, more cautious, not because something is happening, but because something could happen. As an architect, this is something I've become more aware of over time. Because when you start noticing how space affects behavior, you can't unsee it. And you begin to understand why some streets invite you to stay and you might feel calm in there, and others make you want to leave, even if nothing is happening over there. And then you realize that safety is not designed through systems, it's designed through experience. So safety is not about crime, it's about perception and how space makes you feel before anything happens. And the environments we build quietly shape that feeling every single day. So next time when you walk through a place and something feels right or something feels off, it might not be random, it might be design. If you made it through here and you enjoyed the video, you might as well enjoy this one where I talk about how war reshaped architecture. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video.